Good Friday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we made it to the end of another week, folks. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Friday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you've been part of my conversation with Laura Favinger. Laura is the Chief of Staff for the Insurance Institute, talking with us about hurricane preparedness and what you need to know. Enjoy today's program. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Friday headlines. In Mississippi news, the Mississippi State Department of Health reported 3,138 new COVID-19 cases and 83 additional deaths. Since the pandemic began, 8,870 Mississippians have died from COVID-19, including 7 children, according to the MSDH. A child younger than a year old is the latest pediatric COVID-19 death in Mississippi, according to state health officials. The state doctor, Dr. Paul Beers, did not say where the child was from. State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs said Mississippi State Department of Health has received reports of 8 pregnant women dying from the virus in the past several weeks. Dobbs said all of the women were unvaccinated. The babies were born premature, but are alive. In international news, about 200 Westerners, including Americans, fly out of Kabul. An estimated 200 foreigners, including Americans, left Afghanistan on a commercial flight out of Kabul on Thursday with the cooperation of the Taliban, the first such large-scale departure since U.S. forces completed their frantic withdrawal over a week ago. The Qatar Airways flight marked a breakthrough in the bumpy coordination between the U.S. and Afghanistan's new rulers. A days-long standoff over charter planes at another airport has left hundreds of mostly Afghan people stranded, waiting for Taliban permission to leave. A senior U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity because he wasn't authorized to speak to the media, said the Taliban's foreign minister and deputy prime minister helped facilitate the flight. Americans, U.S. green card holders, and other nationalities were aboard, the official said. It was not immediately clear how many Americans were on board Thursday and how many were still in Afghanistan. The White House said before the flight that there were roughly 100 American citizens left in Afghanistan, but several veterans groups have said that that number is too low because many citizens never bothered to tell U.S. officials they were in the country. And they said the figure overlooks green card carrying permanent U.S. residents living in Afghanistan who want to leave. Many thousands of Afghans remain desperate to get out too, afraid of what Taliban rule might hold. The Taliban have repeatedly said foreigners and Afghans with proper travel documents could leave, but their assurances have been met with skepticism, and many Afghans have been unable to obtain certain paperwork. U.S. lawmakers, veterans groups, and others are pressing the Biden administration to ensure that former Afghan military interpreters and others in danger of Taliban reprisals for working with the Americans are allowed to leave. In the U.S., National Security Council spokesperson Emily Horn said that Thursday's flight was a result of careful and hard diplomacy and engagement, and that the Taliban have shown flexibility and they have been businesslike and professional in our dealings with them in this effort. This is a positive first step, she said, adding that the U.S. will continue trying to extract Americans and Afghan allies who want to leave. As Taliban authorities patrolled the tarmac, passengers presented their documents for inspection and dogs sniffed luggage laid out on the ground. In national news, sweeping new vaccine mandates for 100 million Americans. President Joe Biden on Thursday announced sweeping new federal vaccine requirements affecting as many as 100 million Americans in an all-out effort to increase COVID-19 vaccinations and curb the surging Delta variant that is killing thousands each week and jeopardizing the nation's economic recovery. The expansive rules mandate that all employers with more than 100 workers require them to be vaccinated or test for the virus weekly, affecting about 80 million Americans. In more national news, beatings and buried videos, a pattern at Louisiana State Police. The most violent videos languished for years, lost or ignored in a digital vault. Louisiana State Police troopers and top brass alike would often look the other way, even as officers took to official messaging channels to banter about the brutality. As the Louisiana State Police reeled from the fallout of the deadly 2019 arrest of Ronald Green, a case blown open this year by long-withheld video of troopers stunning, punching, and dragging the black motorist, an Associated Press investigation has revealed it is part of a pattern of violence kept shrouded in secrecy in Louisiana. And finally, in entertainment news, Stevie Wonder to headline Global Citizen Live in Los Angeles. Stevie Wonder will headline Global Citizen Live's star-studded 24-hour event in Los Angeles this month to help raise awareness around poverty, climate change, and the need for more access to COVID-19 vaccine doses worldwide. Global Citizen officials announced Thursday that Wonder will be among several performers to take part in the event at the Greek Theater on September 25th. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. You are the creator of your own experiences. When you feel challenged by life's many obstacles, be strengthened by your determination to push through them. It will be easier for you to do this when you understand you are the creator of your own experiences. Focus on a positive outcome in all situations. Decide everything works out for your highest good. This will give you more positive energy to flow through your life, shifting circumstances to match your desires. It may be helpful to repeat an empowering affirmation, such as, God supports me in everything I do. God is loving and nurturing. Today, boost your courage to transform any part of your life. As you go about, enjoy the day.
Laura Fabinger is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Laura Fabinger, the Chief of Staff at the Insurance Institute, joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk to us about hurricane season preparedness and what you need to know. Here's a bit of our conversation. How can home and business owners be better prepared for this year's hurricane season?
So the first thing is you really want to understand your insurance coverage. So what type of policy do you have? What amounts of coverage do you have? You want to look at something called the declaration page in your insurance policy. You got to pull that out or look at it online. Perhaps talk with your insurance agent and really go through it and understand, what do I have coverage for? That declaration page is going to tell you amounts, whether you have any deductibles, instructions about how to file a claim if you need to, and you want to be sure that you understand if you have the type of coverage that will let you rebuild your property, that will replace all the contents that's inside your home. And you also want to understand whether or not you have flood insurance coverage, which is a separate policy from your property coverage. And then you really want to think about your safety, and you all have been through that and understand it, listening to local authorities in terms of where you would evacuate, but think about what you're going to need to bring with you, whether it's important documents, some non-perishable food, medications, thinking about your pets, and then in the age of COVID, also what you will need in terms of things like hand sanitizer and masks and those things. But to really be planful about what might happen in the event that you need to leave your home or that there is severe weather.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll have you guys on Monday with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course the Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.